You want to see some magic right here? All right. 3, 2, 1. This shirt is really tight on me. I'm not gonna lie, but I got this thing at the screening, so you know what? I'm gonna wear it for this review, just out of respect for the film. So, Now You See Me 2 stars Jesse Eisenberg, Lizzie Kaplan, Dave Franco, Woody Harrelson, Daniel Radcliffe, Mark Ruffalo, handful of people. So many people in this film, and the story is basically about the four horsemen. They've been in hiding for about a year, and, well, they're out and about, and they're trying to start they're basically going back into the limelight, and they have their own first magic show again. And then they get roped into a scheme by Daniel Radcliffe, and that's all I'm going to say about the film. Just involving Daniel Radcliffe, a chip, and this is probably not the most magical movie from Daniel Radcliffe. That would be Harry Potter, which, in fact, is what my phone is sitting on right now. Regardless of that, let's get into the positives of the film, shall we? So, what I really liked about this film was the four horsemen dynamic. Now, the four horsemen, you know, it's Dave Franco, Jesse Eisenberg, Lizzie Kaplan, instead of Isla Fisher. I believe that's how you say her name. She's a really beautiful woman. And Woody Harrelson. And, you know, I was a little skeptical about Lizzie Kaplan at first, but she stole the show. And that's another positive. She stole the show about the entire movie. Most of the humor was in her own right, and she's like this awkward, funny girl. She's a beautiful girl. I've always liked her movies ever since, like, Mean Girls, whenever me and my sister used to watch that a long time ago. Probably shouldn't say that while wearing this really tight shirt. This shirt is really cutting off my circulation. But regardless of that, the tricks as well. The tricks are completely outstanding. The special effects that they have done, they upped their ante. They probably doubled their budget since the first one, because the first one actually made a crap ton of money. And I enjoyed the first one very much. And I think this movie even heights it up completely with story, with humor, with everything. I think this one's actually better than the first one. And it's been really lambasted by critics. It's like a 36% on Rotten Tomatoes last time I checked. And I don't know why. Maybe they didn't like what I liked, which is the breakdown of the tricks. I really liked how they showed how the tricks were done. So that sense of like oh crap, how'd they do that? Like they end up in China in this movie. They go from, like, I think it's Detroit to China. I think that's where it was. It looked like Detroit, but they go from Detroit to China and down a tube, and you see this in the trailer, but I was like, how are they going to do that? I don't know. But then they do it in the movie, and they explain how they did it, and I thought it was really fun. I thought it was really funny, and it was also just really entertaining just how they did that. And they break down several tricks in this film, and they break the magician's code. But you know what? That's fine, because I enjoyed it. And I also like the twists and turns that this film takes. Certain characters are introduced from the first one, and certain characters aren't all they say they are. And I do enjoy whenever a movie throws a good twist at me that I don't expect. And that's what I really loved about the Now You See Me, the first one. The first one, the way it ended, I won't spoil anything, but the way it ended, I did not expect that twist to happen. I had a hunch, but it was not nearly as predictable as I thought it would be. And now that ushers us into our negatives, and the negatives are some of the jokes, because they do try to aim this more towards a comedy. I mean, it's definitely a heist movie at first, but heist movies can be very funny, and they do have some jokes in here that just fall flat, completely flat. My audience, I was in there, it was a packed house. It was very cool. They had like magicians there and everything. Magicians were alright, but you know what I mean. But the jokes fall flat, and the audience felt it as well. It was kind of cringeworthy in some moments. I'll just say there's an element with a character Woody Harrelson plays that was a little awkward at first, but I enjoyed it after. It grew on me after a while. And also the story gets messy in parts. It tries to tell a very convoluted story in a lot of ways. They try to resolve a lot of emotional arcs that were set up by the first one, and it honestly, I think that a lot of stuff, there was a good emotional pull for this film, but I think there was some things that were left hanging and some things just didn't add up. And another thing, it's totally jumbled for the first two acts. Whenever the first two acts click, because I think the first act is more of a comedy, the second act is more of an action thriller, and the third act combines everything all together, and the third act gets really, really good. I enjoyed the third act. I think it was really well done. But honestly, there's just some things that weigh this film down, and that's really all I have about negatives, though. The tone is a little jumbled, story gets messy, and jokes kind of fall flat a little bit. But regardless of that, the movie was well done. I enjoyed it. John M. Chu, I think that was his name. The director of this film, I think he did a well done job with all of this. It's very good. I'm going to give this film a B- or a 3.5 or a 7 out of 10. And take my word for that. That's not, I don't know how mathematically probable those ratings are, but that's how it is, and that's how we're going to do it. Boom. But anyways, thank you for watching my video. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of Now You See Me Too. I will have reviews for Warcraft and The Conjuring 2. I'm seeing a double feature of that tonight, and of The Conjuring 1, The Conjuring 2. So I will have those reviews up by Saturday and Sunday. And just comment down below. Let me know what you thought of Now You See Me Too. And tell me, what are you singing this weekend? Because we have Now You See Me Too, we have The Conjuring, we have Warcraft, the new video game movie that I'm very anxious to see. But we'll see how it goes. But regardless of that, thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down below, let me know, subscribe, and as always, adios muchachos.